Hey, Capricorn, Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring in your August 2025 love and family reading. If you are interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Capricorn, let's look at that beautiful heart of yours and see what is going on for you. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands could be unnecessary conflict that may be showing up. I'm getting the phrase, not my monkeys, not my circus. If you look at this illustration, this woman is standing there. She has her bags packed and most of them in her trunk, ready to take off. She has her hand on her hip and she's looking at her partner here, maybe an ex, maybe a brother, maybe a family member. She's looking at this individual unfazed by his behavior because he looks angry. Right? He looks angry. He has a vein protruding from his neck. He has his hand up in a fist, and you can tell that he's not happy. And I feel like there has been some sort of argument or drama that you have been a part of, maybe in your own relationships here. But I feel like there's something that you are wanting to leave behind. Maybe some of you are literally packing your bags. Maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're getting some space. Some of you are going through a separation, or you may be dealing with some of these subconscious energies that have to do with relationship dynamics. They could be playing out still in your current circumstance, regardless of relationship status. So let's dive in here, Capricorn. You have the water jug, the boots, and the lantern. Okay, I like that there's new opportunities ahead here. So the water jug reminds me of the Empress. She's highly creative. She's also someone who is very nurturing, very loving. She can be the wife or the mother. She is someone who's very fertile with ideas, and you may be giving birth to something new. A lot of you may even be parents, okay? You may have choices to make around your own children or maybe around reparenting yourself. It feels like that has been an issue. Maybe you feel like you've had to parent someone instead of it being a partnership, or instead of it feeling, like a team effort. It feels like you have been doing all of the work, or it feels like there's been, a heaviness here in some way where maybe it's time for you to fill up your own cup, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And this is a water jug, right? This is like the cups. So I feel like you are getting in touch with your own emotions, but you're not letting your emotions drive you into the ditch, right? You're not letting your emotions get the best of you. You're aware of them. You are allowing them to show up, but you can see that she's composed. And it doesn't mean that she's suppressing. It means that she knows how to feel her energy and not project, because that's exactly what he is doing. He doesn't know how to handle his emotions in maybe a mature way. And I see that that's something you are learning, is how do I deal with these emotions when they come up? You have the boots. This has been a long journey. This isn't something you learn overnight. How to overcome conflict, how to overcome adversity here. Opposing views when you and a family member, you and a partner, even you and a child are not on the same page. This has been a journey that you've been on, what looks to be with others, because I see others in your reading here. Now, this is also my military boots. Someone could be very strict. Okay, maybe that's a struggle, maybe very controlled, like they're control freaks. Perhaps military is in someone's background, or perhaps someone lives a very structured routine life, and that has maybe caused some backlash. Okay, it's caused some backlash, but you have a new opportunity here, Capricorn, the lantern. There is a light bulb moment. And I feel like this 8-8 portal, which I've been talking about for a little while now, I'll also do a video on that portal soon. But I feel like this 8-8 portal is shifting us into a new timeline by helping us activate our choices that may feel a little difficult sometimes, to fully help us embrace our own courage, our own inner strength. Because what are timelines? Basically choices. And so you may find that in the coming weeks, you are making choices in how you respond, how you react, how you deal with other energies, because that's the only thing that we can control. Anything out there, other people's behaviors, how other people react, we can't control that. And I feel like the more we try to, the more it's going to backfire. So there's an opportunity for, I'm getting negotiation, and it makes sense. You have the justice up here, but there may be an opportunity for negotiation here, or the opportunity to come together and talk things through or figure things out in a more even keel way, instead of it feeling like emotions are running high. Yeah, it feels like there may be a parting, like a separate energy, or needing some time to gain some space or some clarity, and then being able to maybe revisit. Now, bottom of the deck, you have planting the seeds with the dandelion. The dandelion here, this one is known as my personal favorite, the wish flower, where you are scattering the seeds out into the universe. And some of those dreams of yours, maybe they fell flat, maybe they didn't turn out the way that you thought, but you have a lot of seeds here, and the universe never tires of giving opportunities, right? There's always invitations. There's always parallel universes that we are able to step through. And there's actually a really wonderful book, The Midnight Library. Maybe some of you are readers. Maybe you're familiar with that book. It's actually a fiction novel, which I don't read a lot of fiction. I read more nonfiction. But this specific book talks about the parallel universes, like alternative timelines. And if you are interested in that sort of thing, it is such a wonderful book. You can listen to it audiobook, or if you like traditional books, flipping the pages, check that out. But I feel like you are opening yourself up to some new choices here. That's what I see for you. Now, your main energy for the month, the heartbeat, if you will, is the chariot. Capricorn, the chariot here is the fastest moving energy, but it's our emotional drive, because our emotions can drive us to do things that inspire us, that bring us happy, but our emotions can also act in behaviors or ways that can also drive a wedge between people. And I feel like you are finding yourself more in control of your own emotions. And I see that some of you, there is a shift coming in here. It looks like the leaves are falling. This could be by autumn time, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. Autumn shows up around September 22nd. And flows into, I think, November, December. So it feels like you are fully embarking upon this journey where it's not overnight, right? That's why you have the boots. This has been a long journey, but it feels like some of those seeds that you have been scattering, been putting out into the universe, it feels like the universe is meeting you halfway. I would expect a miracle. Miracles are our birthright. And this is a miracle where there's an invitation, there's an offering here that allows you to move towards more peace, that allows you to maybe accept things that you cannot control, right? In order for you to fully move forward in a way that feels victorious, I feel like that's what's showing up here. I mean, the chariot races towards victory. And even though this is a fast energy, I feel like it's taken a long time to build up, right? It's taken a lot of years for some of you to get to this point. And now it feels like there is a big victory here over something. Now, some of you may have been struggling with an ex-spouse, an ex-husband, maybe over finances, alimony, child support. It feels like it could be a family dynamic dynamic as well, maybe fighting over an inheritance or property. It feels like there's something that may require legal documentation or the legal system in some way, but you may be finding that finally I'm moving forward. I don't have to look behind me anymore. I don't have to keep having this rehash in my life. So there's definitely momentum building here towards victory. Now, what is the challenge? What is the emotion, the expectation, or even some form of tension here? You have the high priestess. The high priestess showing up as a challenge can be sometimes not trusting one's intuition, not listening. Instead, sometimes the fears are louder than our own intuitive knowing. And Spirit is saying, trust. Trust that all will be well. The chariot is moving towards victory. And even if you can't quite see it yet, there is this inner knowing that your soul already knows the outcome of something here. Now, sometimes the high priestess, when she's showing up as the challenge, she can feel very detached from her own self. All right. She can even withhold parts of herself because maybe she has gone through this battle before. And so she just decides to kind of numb herself. We don't want you to get to the place or space where you are checking out, right? Checking out where you're not even fully present. Escapism even, numbing or avoiding things that need to be addressed or looked at because that's the only way to move forward. And the biggest message here, of course, is that you have the ability to surrender to the divine plan, and there's something better that is awaiting for you. I do see that. Yeah, there's something more stable through these seeds, through these new opportunities. Trust in the wisdom of your soul is what I heard. Trust in the wisdom of your soul. That's the lantern, which also reminds me of the hermit. Okay. Now, what is in the subconscious, the roots? The Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles could be an actual child, as you see here on the illustration. It almost looks like a family home, maybe a space that you had visited as a child. Maybe you've been in a home for quite some time. Maybe children are the reason why something is showing up here in the way that it's showing up. Okay. Now, the page can also represent messages and news. And I feel like you could be considering a new path because it's something that, aligns with your soul. That's where that high priestess is showing up. Your intuition is alerting you of something, letting you know of something, but the fear, because of what you've gone through in the past, may be telling you, can I trust this? Can I trust that there's more stability coming in, or can I trust that I will move victoriously towards what it is that I've been wanting? Can I really have balance and harmony in my life? Can I connect to others and have the type of partnership that I truly deserve? The answer is yes. But subconsciously, there may be a reverting back to a beginner's mind and seeing things from the eyes of childlike wonder, the eyes of excitement and expansion here. You got the whole world in front of you. And some of you, I'm getting the time clock watch. Some of you feel like time is ticking, time is running out, like I don't have enough time, or time is invaluable. There's something here about time. Maybe some of you are about to become empty nesters, or some of you may be really healing some inner child wounds. And I feel like you are taking care of you. You're choosing you this time around. Yeah, it feels like that you're choosing you. And even though I see other energies here, it doesn't feel like you're sacrificing your own needs to the point where you don't even recognize yourself. And maybe that's where you got in the past. I feel like there's a part of you that, yes, you had and have responsibilities. You're doing the thing called adulting, but you don't have to lose yourself in the process of this. I feel like your soul is trying to help you remember who you are. The you that is underneath all of the roles, all of the personas, all of the masks that we cloak over ourselves. Now, what's showing up in the recent past? We have Temperance. The Temperance energy here is patience. It is self-control, balance, and moderation. Now, I have a feeling this energy is a bit sideways. This can be feeling like things are a bit out of control, feeling maybe overprotective to the point where it feels like it's become rigid, right? That's that routine that I mentioned, like military. Maybe this has become so structured that, or so overprotective that we have been smothering growth. And I feel like you are being guided here to let something fully cook. You see that in this illustration, there's a family there that's in the kitchen. And they are making their cookies or making their bread. All of them are together. There's the angel on the refrigerator in the background because this is the temperance angel, oftentimes associated with the angelic realm, meaning there's your miracle here. Some of you may even have a miracle baby, or there could be someone in spirit that is, sending you signs of miracles as well, helping you get through something that feels maybe a little bit stressful for you. But it's like pulling the cookies out early. If you go to put them into the oven, you set the timer for 12 minutes. You're not going to pull them out at 6 minutes because they're not going to be done. Spirit is saying trust in the process without keeping, opening up that oven door every 2 minutes, or, keeping the light on in the oven door and constantly checking to see if they are cooking, because something is happening in the way that it's meant to happen. And when we are controlling things so much, we lose sight of what's truly important. And I feel like you are trying to bring balance back into your life instead of maybe focusing again on those things that are out of your control. That's going to drive you crazy. If you're constantly waiting and waiting, remember the timer. There's that time again. Spirit has divine timing. There's already a timer on the clock. You know when maybe something is happening here for you, or trusting in this. Now, what's above you? What's in your conscious awareness? What do you know currently, or what do you want to know? You have justice. Justice is about accountability. Justice is about balance, retribution, maybe legal battles, legal wars. It's also karma. Now, sometimes it can be divorce, but it can also be in balance. And I feel like that's what you want. You are acknowledging that something may not feel as balanced as you would like, but you are finding out ways to trust that things are working out and taking action, right? Through your emotional drive, you're taking action to, stay calm, stay present in the face of external noise, in the face of something that may feel a bit imbalanced here. Some of you may even be going to therapy, maybe with a partner, maybe on your own. This could also be mediation. Some of you, it could be a legal representative, maybe showing up here for you. I'm getting 12. The number 12 could be significant. Maybe the 12th of the month, or someone could be born on the 12th. Maybe someone has a 12-year-old child. Now, 12 in tarot is the Hanged Man. So this could be shifting perspectives, like being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Now, in the near future, you have here the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups can be spoiled with choice, but it's also about choosing wisely. So yes, I do feel like there are some new options, new opportunities available for you. But the Seven of Cups is saying, don't get lost in illusion. Don't let materialism or ego drive that power to cloud your judgment, right? Because sometimes we can let the ego drive the chariot. And we want to stay in that emotional introspection. We want to shatter any sort of, illusions, and we want to ground ourselves and make choices from a healthy state of mind. So you definitely have something new coming up, but I keep getting the words choose wisely, because the intuition here, right? The High Priestess, she knows. So there's something here that you are being asked to maybe take a step back from. The boots, right? Take a step back from and ask yourself, am I making this choice from my wound or from my inner wisdom? That has been coming up for a lot of signs, especially with this Leo energy. We have a lot of planets going retrograde right now. So we may have some old wounds resurfacing, and we have some heavy emotions that may be showing up. And I feel like it is vital. It is important to ask yourself, am I creating? Am I thinking? Am I manifesting? Am I responding from this open wound that I have yet to heal? Or is this my inner wisdom that is helping me decide? So ask yourself that before you choose here. Now, how are you doing? Let's look at you, your emotional availability, your openness, maybe defensiveness. You have the Tower. The Tower is huge, right? The Tower is huge. It is a surprise, an awakening. It is a new beginning, because what's happening here is you are destroying maybe the old structures that were built on a faulty foundation. Perhaps there were old conditions that no longer serve you, old beliefs, perhaps old stories. And I feel like you are burning them down. I'm actually feeling like this tower is giving you power. I feel like this is a self-induced tower, meaning you are the one that is saying, I'm burning this down. I'm burning the ugly lies. I'm burning the shame. I'm burning the guilt. I'm burning it all down. And I am starting from fresh. I'm rising from the ashes here. That is part of the new opportunity, because you are not going to let something destroy you, whatever that something may be. Right? You are a warrior. Capricorn, you are one of the hardest working signs that I have ever met, right? You're very grounded, right? You're able to keep it together, but sometimes it's okay to fall apart. Sometimes it's okay to let yourself fall apart instead of feeling like you have to stay in this perfect illusion, instead of feeling like you have to, hang on by a thread. Allow yourself to scream, to yell, to cry, to, kick and to punch a pillow. Do whatever you need with these feelings that may be showing up. Maybe some of you are angry. Maybe some of you are feeling fed up. Whatever emotions are coming to the surface, channel them. Do something with them. Don't lash out, of course. Don't project onto others. Do it in a safe environment, which I feel like you will. So make sure that you are addressing some of the faults in the foundation of your security here. All right. What is going on in your external world? Maybe family influences, societal factors, collective energy. You have the 10 of Cups. Some of you have a family to take care of. A child, maybe a spouse, maybe an aging parent. Some of you may even have individuals who are not biologically yours. Maybe this is a friend that's leaning on you for support. I feel like you are reflecting. Maybe other people around you may be reflecting. There could even be some birthday, maybe a birthday showing up in the month of August, maybe a children's birthday. Maybe that's part of where this maybe trip energy is coming from, or travel, or an event. Maybe some of you think by reconnecting with family that things can reset. Okay, by communicating, coming together, you can hit that reset button, because things have felt like you've got a lot going on, right? That you're juggling a lot at this time. But the 10 of Cups is beautiful because it is the ultimate blessing. It is about a feeling of completion. And I feel like this is what you want. This is what the people around you may want for you as well. And even though it doesn't always feel like you have the support, I do feel like there is a strong, solid support system here for some of you, or someone is entering into your world in the coming months that you at one point will call family. That's what I feel here. Let's take a look at your hopes, your fears, your wounds. Oh, yes, you have a few, as we all do. You've been hurt. You've been betrayed. 3 of Swords is not fun, right? You have endured painful truths, maybe third-party energy, sorrow, grief. But I also feel like you're able to move on from this. You're able to sit in the energy of hope, which says, I can move on from this pain. And that's where that High Priestess, that inner knowing, comes in. Instead of detaching from other individuals, I actually feel like you're detaching from the pain, and that is going to allow you to get closer to maybe the people in your world, the people that you do want to support, your children or your family in some way. Yeah, there's been something here. I know that there's been something that has shattered in your world, but you're coming back from this. And some of you are doing the best you can to put those pieces back together again. A Humpty Dumpty scenario here. And your outcome, because I feel like your hopes are stronger than your fears. And when that happens here, that's where you create stability. You have here the King of Pentacles. This is the energy that you are creating or manifesting. Maybe you are bringing in a King of Pentacles. For others of you, I feel like you are someone who is very mature, very disciplined, very respected, and you are going to continue creating a solid life for yourself. You're going to continue making choices that help you feel more secure. I see some of you turning your pain into gain, like you taking some sort of an experience that you've gone through and actually using that as a catalyst to create a better life for yourself, to attract, the type of relationship that you truly deserve, that you truly are worthy of. King of Pentacles is beautiful. It is also saying that you've worked hard to get to where you are at in your life. And I feel like there's something that feels a lot more steady for you within the body, within the mind, within the spirit. Let's take a look at the wisdom of the oracle. What's a message here for Capricorn? Immediately, we have here and now, number 32. Some of you may be 32 years old. You see the egg there. This is about opportunities by staying present. 32. Being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. It's easy to yearn for a love affair or a friendship that you may not have right now. One that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you desire or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all that is available to you. So stay present and aware that in this moment, as you cherish and approve of your beautiful self, you are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and now. All right. So for some of you, because you're feeling a bit disconnected, I am going to read to you the protection message. So whenever you find your mind drifting into the past, wondering if things could have been or should have been different or even better, or whenever you find yourself longing for the good old days, you leak your power. The same is true of looking too far ahead and hoping the future will provide you with certainty. Driven by ambition, you might wander too long in a place with no substance and forget that you are here today. The past and future are illusions. Whenever you leave the present moment, you are disconnecting, right? So for one, 7 of Cups, illusions, we mentioned that. The High Priestess as your challenge, disconnecting. Whenever you leave the present, you're disconnecting from your inherent power to manifest your reality with true substance. Neither past nor future can give you what you need. Now is all that counts. Come back from those eternities and be present. All will be well. And miracles, it says that, right? Miracles will appear as if by magic in the perfect timing of Spirit. I love that message for you. And lastly, let's get a Spirit message. So if you can safely do so, Capricorn, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1, and release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal that shows up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be a crystal that you know the name of. Perhaps you're very familiar with it. Your crystal could be showing up as a specific shape, size, or color. Maybe it's giving off frequencies of unconditional love, strength, protection, or guidance. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystals, whether you have 1 or 5, whether it's the name, the shape, the size, the color, whatever was showing up in your mind's eye, Capricorn, drop it in the comment section below the video. All right, we have miraculously number 32 again. So we have 32 showing up twice here, and your crystal is lepidolite, which is about simplification. It's about manageability, organization, and one task at a time. Yeah, so we're getting a lot of messages here, even through Temperance. Slow down, one day at a time. Try not to focus too far into the past, too far into the future. You don't want to leak your energy because there's opportunities right here in front of you. Problems in relationships have a way of sorting themselves out when we reorient ourselves by simplifying, letting go of the string of worries that has us jumping here and there, and feeling that we can never do enough or be enough to make our relationships work. Settle into simplicity and bring the energy of lepidolite into your relationships. Slow down and listen, simply saying, "I'm sorry. Yes, and I see." Simply being present and focused on another person. Listening to the words they speak and the messages they send silently through the language of their bodies, you will start to feel calmer. Whatever the challenge, simplicity can help. Now, lepidolite is the go-to stone for times of stress. It is the stress management stone here, one of my personal favorites. I love this beautiful purple that it gives off, but it can also help with dealing with other people's stress or their projections. So when you feel like you are picking up on other people's stuff, maybe this is something, regarding your own self or you're feeling stressed out, although useful in meditation, this stone is just as effective placed in the bathtub while we soak. So have a cup of tea and relax. So yes, you can wear lepidolite, but just having it sitting next to you can be very beneficial. So even where you sleep, okay, maybe under your pillow, in the bath, or even in the morning, drinking your tea. So lepidolite is here to help reduce stress. And then lastly, let's take a look at what your higher self wants you to know. What does your higher self want you to know? You have soul cup. And there's the water jug, right? The water jug is your soul cup. We cannot serve others if we are not first serving ourselves. We need to fill up our soul cup first. Do you feel soul full or soul drained? What can you do today to fill your soul cup? So a mantra that you can incorporate into your vocabulary, into your life. Today, I honor my mind, body, and spirit. I will do one thing today that brings me joy. Make sure that you carve this into your life. Make this a top priority. Your body, your mind, your spirit depends on this here. And lastly, you were not born to settle in any area of your life. Set yourself free, right? Set yourself free. Embrace who you were born to be. Does your life feel constrictive or expansive? Pay attention to how your body feels in all areas of your life. Call it out. What is holding you back? What story do you have? Why can't you have what you want? Journal how you feel at home. at work, in your relationships, and the mantra that you can bring into your world. I am free. I lean into expansion. If it is on my heart, it is meant for me. I trust. That is what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If this message resonates, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And of course, drop your crystal spirit in the comment section below the video to be entered into that free reading giveaway. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Capricorn. Lots of love.